I'm Matt.
I'm Shane.
And if you like what you hear, make sure you hit that thumbs up button real hard, and make sure you subscribe to Comic Movie Marks.
And also click that little bell for all of the notifications.
Whee!
Always remember,
If Trailer Trash can do it,
anyone can do it.
hello and welcome everyone to another Comic Movie Marks video.
Warner Brothers and DC blew the doors off of San Diego Comic-Con with their crazy announcements of the DC Universe TV shows and all sorts of awesome stuff. But no movies, nothing.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
DC Films decided to not be there, and Marvel was more than happy to take that spot in Hall H. But DC was still there in some capacity, obviously pimping out their app, just like Marvel. Kind of seems to be a corporate thing.
Yes.
See, man. I guess we're just going to kind of go through a recap of some of the little nuggets that we did get.
The stuff that we kind of already knew was coming out, but it has now been confirmed. Doom Patrol will get an additional season. Young Justice will get season 4. Titans is going to be starting up, I believe, in early September. They'll start with their season 2. We got a Harley Quinn cartoon. There have been a couple nuggets from the CW type universe. Crisis on Infinite Earth. They're gonna have Brandon Routh and Tyler, I always forget how to pronounce his last name, Hoechlin, I believe. The two Supermans. They're gonna be reprising their roles as Superman. We're gonna get Brandon Routh as Kingdom Come Superman. And then there's also some rumors. I have yet to find something that's been confirmed with Tom Welling and Linda Carter possibly reprising their roles in this whole like kind of multi-universe thing that they're supposed to be doing in the CW. It's all been just kind of shoved out there. The announcements were very lackluster. I've just been picking up a lot of things from social media, and then you just see, oh, here's a random trailer. People start sharing it, and there you go. That's basically, we know that HBO Max will be the streaming home for Batwoman, I guess, and maybe a couple other things as well. So it's interesting where they decided to go with this whole thing. As we mentioned before, DC Films, nowhere to be seen, nothing with Wonder Woman 84, nothing really for any of their films. So we still don't know. We have a lot of unanswered questions, but at least the TV shows are renewed.
Yep, no Birds of Prey, no Joker, no Wonder Woman 84, no Trench, no Black Hawk Down, or whatever the hell that other one is.
Big Black Hawk! Black Hawk down!
DC, again, has underperformed. It's sad to see. It really is. WB continues to shoot themselves in the foot over and over again. They're going to get gangrene at this point.
Something that our good friend Stephen Colbert had released an article today, actually, on Screen Rant, stating that Zack Snyder beat Warner Brothers at San Diego Comic-Con 2019 despite not being there. And just by reading the title alone, I was like, man, he hit the nail on the head with that one, because I was more stoked from the brief picture that we got from Army of the Dead, where you see the cats there, and even I believe it was Dave Bautista had posted on social media stating, sorry, we couldn't be at Comic-Con, we're too busy killing zombies, you're welcome, or something along those lines. So I'm like, that's fucking perfect. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, I'm stoked. That's Zack Snyder. I got way more of a reaction from that one picture than I did from anything else that DC had released all of Comic-Con.
So Project Comic-Con was there at San Diego Comic-Con, unlike DC Films, and they made a wave. I saw a lot of articles, 50-50 split really, some positive, some negative, and they definitely made a splash. That's what was important. Its purpose was accomplished for the most part. I don't want to say mission accomplished, because you know how that backfires on you. One of the funny things that I did see from IGN was talking about the plane that flew over. I thought about all the stuff that happened, they had more impact. I thought the plane was kind of, just that extra icing on top, really. How well anybody could really see it, and depending on how much Red Bull the pilot took to keep making this fucking loop over and over again, it was kind of a 50-50 thing with me. I wasn't sure how truly effective it was going to be during this event, but it caught a lot of eyes for the most part. IGN had this ridiculous quote basically saying there's dedicated and then there's buying an airplane. And just the way they put that, then there's buying an airplane. game, which I don't know if they mean that in a negative tone. I took it in a, there's dedicated, and then there's these crazy motherfuckers over here that's buying an airplane. Like, that's kind of like how I took it. And
yeah, it could be a backhanded compliment. I'm not really sure. It made me laugh as well.
We actually have special footage from inside the cockpit of the plane.
I've got to concentrate. I've got to concentrate. Hello? Echo. Pinch hitting for Pedro Borbon. Manny Mota.
And even more exclusive footage here only on Comic Movie Marks. We have video of inside WB Studios.
He's coming right at us!
I'd like to thank Craig from Twitter for inspiring me to put that in here. So
yeah, I chose not to read a lot of the articles. I just was really excited.
Head in the sand, Shane. Head in the sand. That's not how it works.
I did not want to get pissed off or anything. I was just really excited to see all the social media presence. I was seeing a ton of people just taking pictures of the billboard, the bus stop, the flyers. I was seeing it all over the place. So I thought that was really cool, really showing what this whole campaign is supposed to be about, getting the knowledge out there and really showing people that the creativity and a director's vision is important and the integrity of that is important. And so I decided, good or bad, I wasn't going to read any articles written by anyone. That was just going to follow what was going on social media. And it was pretty awesome. Put a smile on my face for sure.
WB is already a joke at this point, and it's hard not to just keep piling on top of them. But this is the thing. People need to be aware of what they did to this guy. Whether you like him or not, no one deserves to go through all that, be pushed out the way they were over something they worked so hard on, and a lot of the actors like him as well. It wasn't like it was some toxic guy behind the scenes. Even after a rewrite of the script, WB agreed upon. They accepted this afterwards. And even when he's shooting it, went through principal photography, he's even going through post-production, making changes. He's doing color grading, he's doing ADR. There's obviously a lot of VFX work being done, and they're still trying to change things. After all that, they're still trying to change things. And it just shows, no matter who the director is, because apparently there's some people that have issues that people are talking about Zack Snyder, but whether it's Josh Trank and the Trank cut, hell, I even said, even though I don't really care for Shane Black that much in his most recent movies as a director, his version of Predator still should have been the version that was put in theaters. I don't care about what some focus group said. This is what you paid the guy to do. Have him put it out. It goes the same with Neil Marshall with Hellboy, Simon Kinberg with Dark Phoenix. We're hearing more and more about this than ever. Actually, and we know it's been going on as long as Superman 2 and Superman 1. Always a conflict between producers, studio, and directors, the creative minds. And this is just something that, as fans, that we fight for. People want a TV show back that got canceled abruptly. People fight for those things. In this case, it becomes down to creativity and letting a guy fulfill the vision that you paid him and had him film. To course correct so hard, to completely reshoot a movie that was damn near almost finished. At this point, I felt bad for WB. You let faceless individuals on the internet, bloggers and others, you let them dictate your every decision you ever made. And you put in ridiculous things, changing every minor word possible, taking out a smirk that Wonder Woman gets after she kills a parademon. It's these minor things, adding unnecessary dialogue, try to recapture that nostalgia feel with the score with Danny Elfman. You let these people dictate it, and it's your worst movie yet, box office wise. It's your worst movie yet, box office wise. You made nothing from it because you compromised your integrity.
Bravo to everyone involved in Project Comic-Con. Fantastic stuff. I was so happy to see everything that was accomplished. So happy to see all the social media buzz that it got from what seemed to be really a general audience of people that really didn't know, and just fantastic stuff and awesome job. And you know, we'll keep fighting the good fight.
It looks like Snyder on Saturday decided, hey, I want to be part of the news even more. He put out an image of Wonder Woman cutting off Steppenwolf's head with a caption saying, not sure how they killed Steppenwolf in the theatrical version. of JL, this was never finished all the way, but I used gods to kill gods.
That don't make no sense.
Well, that makes pretty good sense. I don't know if he's keeping this up for show that he doesn't know how they did things in the theatrical version.
He fucking knows. He fucking knows at this point. He's just playing with us. He's just telling us along. Just, oh man.
But I do feel like this is the first time he's acknowledged WB in some sense. He says they, meaning WB and Joss Whedon, Jeff Johns. He says they. People keep trying to say that he handed the baton off to Joss Whedon, that narrative that WB built up, and for some reason, some people still continue to put out. But clearly,
oh man, something's going around.
You see people talk about it too, like normies, casuals, however you want to call it. They say the same thing. Oh, this is Snyder's version. He refers to them as they. We've had What Russian Family, What Big Guns, talking about the Purple Roots, all that stuff. But this is the first time where he just clearly states that they changed the movie. So I don't know what they did. He has no clue. This is the finale. If Zack Snyder was part of it in any manner, he would know about it. Also, this was never finished all the way. This looks like a previs for the most part. It doesn't have as much texture. At least the background for sure is previs. And I would probably say Steppenwolf and Wonder Woman as well as previs. So I don't know if this is the state of his movie or what exactly. Makes more sense from what he told me at SnyderCon, where he said incomplete. And this would definitely be incomplete. Also, to add to it, a lot of questions were asked to him. One person, Joseph LC, he put, I knew it. I heard it was either Darkseid or Diana. By the way, I have to ask, boss, does the League at any point in your version/cut of the film fight Darkseid, specifically after a certain boom tube opens? And Zack Snyder replies, they don't fight him yet. They have an exchange. They see him with his massive invasion force, aka the whole family, just on the other side of the boom tube. But then the tube collapses because they've destroyed the mother boxes, so he can't come through. Kind of reminds me a tidbit of Justice League War. How he was, even though they were fighting Darkseid in that, but they destroy the mother boxes, the boom tube closes. And then another question was to Zack Snyder by Dave Anderson, is Steppenwolf falling into a boom tube, the picture we're talking about? He put yes, and his severed head rolls to Darkseid feet.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
Hashtag too scary. Ray Porter, we're still not sure if he's Darkseid or not, but Ray Porter said, purely speculating, you understand, but I'd be more like it rolling and getting stopped by DC's foot, who then keeps it under his foot for the remainder of the scene. I mean, theoretically.
You just want to say, fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck, 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 fuck.
He's not Darkseid though.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm still unsure about this. Something that we actually speculated a long time ago. I have no idea what video it is. I wasn't even sure if we did talk about it because I know Shane and I talk about it. But somebody on our Facebook said, hey, you guys are right about the beheading. I have no idea what video it was. I have no idea how far back it was, but I know it was a while ago. Sometime probably in the middle of last year. I'd almost say it was probably a year ago or so.
I feel like we've talked about it a couple times. It was rumored for a little bit there, and I believe we addressed it of like, oh, that would be badass. I could see Zack Snyder doing that. And then we had also talked about, which it looks a little bit different, but the part where she's kind of walking and she twirls her sword.
Yeah, she kicks it up and then jumps, which is another image he used, was that image, her jumping towards him.
Yeah.
And yeah, because in the picture, Steppenwolf is floating towards it. I mean, that could be the reshoot that they put him there.
Yeah, could be.
And they took out the boom tube. I mean, again, that's previs, so a lot of that work isn't done. So they had a clean slate. They could have really done whatever they want at that point. The saga continues with the Snyder Cut. The more and more he puts out, good times. Good times, kids. In case I don't see you.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and release the Snyder Cut.